bottle and burns up the remaining oxygen, creating a vacuum. Now, besides creating a vacuum, it's also eliminating air pressure. If there's no oxygen, there's no air pressure. So there's no pressure in the bottle. That's like social science. It's like people in a country, if they have no leader, or if they decide to kick out their leader. When Egypt got rid of Gaddafi, he was very corrupt, so he's kind of like the air in the bottle. He's the leader of the country. The bottle's the country. Gaddafi's like the air inside the bottle. The people, when they get fed up with the leader, they rally together, they riot, and eventually they kick the guy out. Just like when I burned the match, the air burned up. So now he has no power. The people are not supporting him, so he gets kicked out. Also, when the air is pushed out and the air is burned up, it sucks air in because the air outside is trying to get inside. Nature hates a vacuum. So if there's no air here, the air outside is going, let me in, I want to come in, so that I can fill the bottle again. In the same way, Libya, also, I was talking about Gaddafi earlier, that's Libya. Libya needs to set up now or elect a leader. So if they take too long, anybody who's strong enough is going to fill the gap, and it'll get sucked in because the air on the outside is pushing it down. I'd like to finish before we talk about it, so let's do this before I can hear your comments. So in our analogy, if the bottle represents the country, either Egypt or Libya, and the air getting pushed out and burned up is the leader of the country getting kicked out, what would the match represent? So pair share now, and I'm going to draw a stick and call on you. Go. Time's up. Smells good. Okay, this person is going to tell us what you came up with. Sarah, what did you decide?
You said it was like the people.
Can't hear you.
The angry people.
The angry people, yes. So that would be, come on up, Sarah, and move our check mark to the right line. And on your papers, check the correct line if you think Sarah's correct. The flame is, the match represents the new leader that will take the old leader's place. So the match is the new leader that's going to take the old leader's place. Is that right? No?
Oh, I didn't know that meant. Okay.
The people outside the country watching what's happening. The reason or reasons why the people decide to push him out. Everybody agree on that one?
Yeah. What do we do? What do we put down?
You got it. You got it. So get your checkbook. And sit down. Thank you. No voices, please. So yes, the check mark, the match is the reason or the reasons why the people decide to kick out the leader. Because if there's no air inside, then you can bring something else inside. Alright, so then next, we're going to pair share on this one. Look up here first. In our analogy, if the bottle is the country, and the air getting pushed out and burned up represents the leader getting kicked out, and the match, I'm not going to say that. What would each of these represent now? The match, the egg, and the outside air. Figure out where each of these three go. Discuss. Go. Did you already decide? I don't see your pictures there. 1, 2, take off. 3. Okay, this person will tell us what your group's picking up with. Come up and move one item and one item only. Lucas, line up and move one line. Ryan, wait after him, do the next one. And okay, Lucas, pick one of the pictures, put it on the right line. Let's see if he does it right. Slant this way, please.
Yeah, Ryan. Tap off the screen.
There. So he says the match represents why the people decide to push the leader out. Okay, that's right. Before Jack does it, visualize that egg again on top of the bottle. Whatever kind of leader the people want, that's the one that's going to plop into the bottle next. If they think an Islamic leader is the best, that's who's going to get sucked in. In Egypt and Libya, if they think a terrorist type person is going to lead their country the best, that might get who would get get sucked in to be the leader for our new country?
Wow.
Why are we using arrows? Connect the idea of what the arrows stand for. What do the arrows stand for? So in social studies, it's like the people of the country saying, we want an Islamic leader. So it's like they're all pushing. Now, if only 10 of them wanted the Islamic leader and 150 wanted the traditional leader, then the force of the 150 is going to win out. Do you see how it's a pressure, pushing on whoever, the most people that are pushing, whoever they think should be the leader, that's what's going to happen. Which concerns me with Libya and Egypt, because if they do want someone who is anti-American, if the majority of the people want that, then that's who's going to get pushed in. That could be a problem. Yeah, that could be a problem. It says, write a paragraph, 6 to 8 sentences. The paragraph should explain how one or more of the medieval Africans, explain how one or more of these leaders was an example of how Islam helped to unite medieval Africa. It's due tomorrow.